Let's see if Trouser's hungry. Guess he's not hungry right now because he's getting ready to shed. Alright, so now I gotta see what I gotta do as far as running the piping that goes from the compressor side of the turbo to the intake. Right now I got the stock fan in there still, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start pulling some stuff out and see what I can do to make room. But before I do any of that, I gotta drain some coolant out of it to get this top line off right here so I can slide the fan out. Alright, I got the stock fan out of there right now. I just got the slim fit fan resting in there. As you can see, it opened up quite a bit of space. I mean, this whole area right here is open now. What I'm fixing to do is pull out this whole bottom bar right here that this tranny mount is connected to. We don't need that. I mean, the motor's not going to go anywhere. There's 3 other mounts, but that mount is in the way to run intercooler piping. And once I take that off and put this traction bar stuff on there, that's going to be gone. So hopefully that should open up enough room to run all my piping. And I'm just going to go straight out from the compressor and then right into the intake with no intercooler. Because trying to keep the AC, there's going to be absolutely no room for an intercooler with the bumper on there because of all this condenser stuff and lines up here. If you can't break a bolt loose, use a tow strap and a pit bike. That worked?
No.
Dude, it looked like it pulled it forward.
Oh, yeah, it did.
Oh shit. I just got the old subframe thing, whatever you want to call it, out, and I was wrong about this mount right here. I actually do need to find a way to make a bracket going like somewhere to the block or transmission and then weld that to the new bar that I'm going to put in. But I just got to make it clear the all the stuff I need to run the intercooler piping. I got to make sure all that's out of the way because I took that off, and you won't be able to see it on camera, but I can shake the motor with my hand now. It has some back and forth play without that mount there. So I'm not too worried about that right now. I can always do that later. But I'm just going to focus on getting the new traction bar I got right here on, get that mount off, and get all the intercooler piping ran first before I worry about making that bracket. So I just got the new traction bar thing on there. This is the old one right here. As you can see, this one's like just way thinner. Doesn't take up nearly as much space as this one did. So now if you look from up here, I got all this open space now. So even with the fan on there, I should have plenty of room to run the intercooler piping to the intake manifold. I found out what I'm going to do for the intercooler piping. Right now I just have a 90 on the end of the turbo right there. I want to put another 90 right off of that. And then on top of this is going to be a 90, which I need to make. I'm going to make that one myself out of aluminum. I'll show you that in a sec. And then from right here, it'll go under the distributor and then connect right where this little piece of pipe sticking out, and then now 90 into the throttle body right there. And so what I'm going to do to make the 90 that I'm missing right now, I'm going to take a piece of 2.5 inch, this is just aluminum intercooler piping. I'm going to cut little pie cuts out of this. I'm probably going to need like 4 or 5 of them. And then I'll weld those together and make a 90. And if you're not sure what I'm talking about, I'll show you what I mean. It'll make sense once I get those cut out and welded up. These are those pie cuts I was talking about. So what I'm going to do is weld those onto the end of this right here. Shit, this is going to be hard with one hand. So I'll weld these together like that and then weld this onto the end of that guy right there. And so then that can go into that guy right there. And hopefully it will all work. Alright, we upgraded to a scooter welding table, and I got gloves this time. Just getting the pie cuts tacked together. Getting into them. Alright, I just got everything all tacked up. It's looking pretty good. You can see the pie cuts right there, so that just 90s right down into the turbo. I already checked and made sure that the fan clears. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to put an air filter on there. I'll probably just put a screen on the turbo for now. But once I get it all welded up, I'll start putting it all back together and go from there. Just got this all finished up. Couple imperfections, but it's not too bad considering my welding table is a scooter deck. I think I'm gonna end this video right here. Hopefully in the next video I'll be making boost, but some things I still need to do are cut a hole in this piece and get a blow off valve on there. I'm not sure where that needs to go yet. I need to run a wastegate dump tube and a exhaust dump, but I mean I'll still probably just drive it without that for now, just like to make boost and whatever. But also need to put the Honda in there, the tunable ECU, and also put a air fuel gauge on there. Well, yeah, I need to wait on the exhaust dump to put the air fuel gauge, so I probably do have to do that first, so I can tune off that, make sure it doesn't go too lean. But yeah, it's getting there. So stay tuned and subscribe if you want to see it get done.